So I just, I just this so morning. So here during the retreat we do lineage request prayer. Lineage Lama is short, but we try to as possible extensive practice of the Guru Yoga. Guru Yoga, then Lama Chopa, Guru Puja combined with the Jyotir, 6 spiritual practice. So the most very important practice to generate correctly devoting word to friend with thought and action. So that becomes a root of the path to enlightenment. Whether you can achieve the rest realizations of the path to enlightenment or not, it depends on the first realization, correct devoting of virtual friend, correct following of virtual friend without action. So it depends on that. So the two merit our practice and so what it contains is purification, purifying the karmas collected from beginningless rebirth, the obstacle for realizations, and then collecting extensive merits, extensive merits with the seven practices, rejoicing, so extensive merits. Collecting extensive merits and cause to achieve realization, and then the actual body, then to receive the blessing of Guru in the heart, then going through the qualities of the Guru, and so forth. One point is request to the Guru, and those things. So to receive blessing of the Guru, so through that then you're able to change the mind, able to soften the mind, change the mind, and then into generate realizations, renunciation, but it's the right view. The common path and the common true stages of Tantra, so that. So that's very important, very basic, very important practice for realization, very needed. So the Manjushri, Lama Tsongkhapa asked Manjushri, without wisdom, what is the way to quickly achieve the realizations of Lamrim, gradual path to enlightenment? So Manjushri answered, the way to quickly actualize Lamrim realization is peaceful obstacles. Peaceful obstacles, the obscurations, and so that. So normally there's Bhaja Sabha, so forth, those practices, many practices of purification, and then collecting the extensive merits, the necessary conditions. So that's mental offering, so forth. So forth. Not only that, but so forth. And one pointedly requesting Guru, make a request to receive. Then through that, looking at Guru, how many gurus one has met Dharma connection, then you even the Oma Hung or Oma Nebemu Hung could receive the room, even taking room or transmit Dharma connection, then Guru, then without missing, then you visualize him while looking at each one, or the Buddha, each Buddha is all the gurus, one totally oneness, so no separation. Anyway, for devoting Guru with thought and action, obeying the advice. So that's man, as a man. Then actual body meditation, the meditation on the path. So three things Manjushri advised. The question Lama Tsongkhapa asked. So here, so here you see in the West, I mean, many people don't think as such things. Depends on what you are aiming for, what to achieve. I mean, if you are not aiming for enlightenment for sentient beings, to free the sentient beings from oceans of samsara suffering and to bring in their peerless happiness, total cessation, obscuration, completion of all the realizations. If that is not what you're looking for, it's different. If you're not looking for enlightenment, if you're not looking for nirvana, total cessation from samsara, oceans of samsara suffering, suffering pain, suffering change, pervasive compounding sufferings. You're not looking for that. That's not different. You're not looking for you're not looking for happiness of future life. Guru Bhata to meet Dhamma again, to practice Dhamma, to benefit more sentient beings. All that you're not looking for, and then, then you see, if that is not what you're looking for, I don't know what else you're looking for. It was just, some rest or some peace, or, kind of like you walk very hard. During the walk, you have to walk very hard. So, for example, big rock, you pull, you have to pull a big rock very hard, and then you take rest. After what, you're tired, and you take rest, sleep, some peace, so like that. So some rest, some peace, kind of like that. First you pull the rock very hard, so then of course you get tired, you need small rest, you get some rest, so you can sleep or whatever. So that kind of peace, you had much problem, and then then you go away for 1 week holiday to Goa or to some beach and ignore the problem, don't think of the problem. During this 1 week, then you come back at home, then you think of the problem. You just come back 1 week, they don't think of the problem. So that's kind of peace. That kind of peace, it's this life, just this life peace. So this is what I've been saying this evening. Just this life peace. From the hectic life or the at home, then kind of to be quiet from the noisy or something here 1 hour or 1 week. So it mainly depends on what you're looking for. Close eye and the hands like this, or whatever, whether you do like this or like this, or stay for hours. So anyway, what was that thing is so important, so important, But the goal, what is the goal? Not important. The goal is something like that. Much in the West is sort of, well, also maybe many Hindus, they have through concentration, shamatha, and then the something she for for firm contemplation, something she. Then you get born from realm, formless realm, which we did numberless times. So through Ichimi Shamatha, basic course, so we did numberless times in the past. So Hindu, you can achieve that in Hindu, but we did numberless times in the past. So also so anyway, so without too much. So yeah, so the Mandishi advice to Lama Tsongkhapa. So I have to think about that. Why we do this morning practice, why we do the morning practice and all this after evening and on all these sessions, what Mandishi and answered advice to Lama Tsongkhapa, all that, to remember that. So this, what it contains is that advice. So essence, that. You see, so otherwise it was just, kind of, this very close eye and sit like this for hours, and this kind of, that's the most important thing, was the man think nothing. Man think nothing exists. Nothing exists. Spaced out, another hours, that. And that's it. Then there's no way, and maybe becomes, mind becomes dull. After some time, you're supposed to become more aware, mind become more aware. Develop the wisdom, more aware, more deeper understanding, realization. But realization to renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, then tang-tri realization. There's a whole path to enlightenment. So much to achieve. Then after some time, meditation every day. After some time you become very forgetful. Mind very forgetful. Very forgetful, dull. And many people become like that afterwards. Minty. Oh, you have to know why. That's my question. Then people become crazy. Wind disease, become crazy. So that like that. So instead of getting better, more bright, then less, going down. So anyway, so that many people become like that. So anyway, So now no words, no prayer, no words. Hours, every day, whole life. So this is what the general people like. Because they don't know. But the goal, they don't have this goal enlightenment. To achieve enlightenment, to have the sentient being, doesn't have that goal. Very much yourself, peace, happiness. But even not nirvana. Nirvana, you have to follow the Four Noble Truths. And you don't study Four Noble Truths. Just go to meditate in the room, just a whole lifetime. There's nothing. You have to study Four Noble Truths. So, no idea. So, not like that. So anyway, sorry. The Teja Pavanga's instruction I read, Purpose Lama Chopa. Says, if you're able to practice Lama Chopa in a day, then says, you see, you practice vital, all the vital of Sutra and Tantra, but condensed, complete practice. If you do Lama Chopa each day, Guru Puja. And then, if you can write down, it's good. Because I might forget. It's like practicing Lama Chopa, Guru Puja, is like taking out the hard practice of instruction, the instruction of the garden tradition, Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the garden joyfulness, the Lama Tsongkhapa is the tradition, so the scripture with the manifestations of the garden joyfulness, Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the lineage passed year to year. Ninju is passed from year to year. Like taking the instruction of the text, manifestation with the manifestation passed from year to year, the Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the Japanese. It's like taking out the essence. Then great yogi, and that's supposed to be Mount Kailash, that's Mount Kailash is also said during the Mahamudra teachings. One post-Dhamma celebration, we request Iswana to teach Mahamudra. So Mount Kailash, or there's another mountain in Pakri, and that's near Bhutan, Pakri, where I lived 3 years. Pakri, there's one big mountain, there's a Mahakala, the 4 Mahakalas, holy places, and something, I think maybe there or Mount Kailash, there's still supposed to be there, the great yogi Chuyitaje, who achieved enlightenment in one lifetime, in brief lifetime or degenerated time. the Lama Tsongkhapa tradition who practiced and achieved full enlightenment in the brief lifetime or degenerate time. And also Jawa in Sabah, the Lama Tsongkhapa's disciples of disciples. Jawa in Sabah. So forth, not only this group, so forth, on what they practice is the Lama Chopa. What they have practiced, those who achieved enlightenment in brief life, those who achieved enlightenment in the brief lifetime or degenerate time is this Lama Chopa. So, they become the hard practice of them. This Lama Chopa. Then found unified state of Vajradhara in the brief lifetime of the time. So this is one's own tradition. All the holy beings, they have practiced. Those who have achieved realizations of the path to enlightenment, so the Tantra, all those who want true enlightenment, through the Lamrim realizations, true sage of Tantra, who have gone through this, the holy lineage lamas, holy beings, our tradition, and one's own tradition, this is their hard practice. This has been their hard practice. And less words, and so much is content. Great blessing, so profound. Just briefly about that much. Then on top of that, the Yamantaka soul realizer, Yamantaka Pavachikpa, then Bajagini, the Yamantaka from Pada Tantra, Bajagini, but Mother Tantra. So some example like that. Nyamshe Jangchumna, some you Chabatu, Melhaba, then such a practice get done from Haratantra, from Mother Tantra, something like that. Then so profound. Some you, then if you can do this on top, then some you about to me like what. So there's so much profound, special quick method. So many profound, quick, special method, all the contents. If you do the practice, one from Bhatandra, one from Bhatandra, then Khasa, and hard practice to the Nyamshi, hard practice integrate into one key, like the king, one key, one method, one key, like king, the gradual path to enlightenment. To that, integrate everything in that. So, the opening door for the Buddha's teachings. Hundreds opening door for the Buddha's all the teachings. They are profound, extensive, get method, wisdom. The kanju, tenju, those kanju, more than 200, kanju, more than 100, some, all the different enlightened beings and different lamas, they experience, all their teachings, all the. So, Sundra Gojese, Demi, Tikcho, Church and Julamjirba, Chikil Jana, Telenecha, Mebas. So, hard practice. The one key, open the door, hundreds of doors, all the Buddha's teachings integrated into Lamrim, gradual path to enlightenment. So, the nature of it, no more important practice than that. This practice wasn't so net culture. Net culture. So if you are hitting, if you are shooting right on the targets. You don't shoot this way, right on the target. So on the self-testing, on the ignorance, truth, holding truth, so forth. Is the example. So the so very point there. Very, very important vital points. So important vital points, really hit, so benefit the mind. So it's extremely important. So this says, so this is mainly for Tibetans. Then, to pacify obstacles, like 21 type prayers, reciting, then eight cumulative prayers, eight prayers, reciting those. Other than, that which doesn't benefit the next lives, then doing so many things, doing so many prayers, doing so many things which doesn't help the next life. This not so much for, I don't think was this Tibet, then leave out, give up those things, so many unnecessary things. Then Pavanka is advising to some students, so some, I think a famous Tibetan businessman or some famous advising, giving advice, life practice. And Tanda Shantan Zemu, so you're doing prayer now, so Lama Chopa, that on Ermama, the inseparability of bliss mindedness. And this Lama Chopa, this is not only become words, not only Mama, just reciting words, not only become words, as elaborate as possible, as slow as possible, as elaborate as possible, as pinpoint, how to say, as to the right on the point as possible, according to commentary, and then visualize as one, do the visualization as one can possible, then you refer to mandala, Dungsha, we have done the beginning with first sessions. Excellent. Dungsha, then Mizama, starting with the Mimit, as Tangso, you want to count the numbers. Then especially, then, Lama Chopa, Shinju Tamba, the Lumbering prayer, at the end of Tantra, so Shinju Tamba, the supreme field. In that prayer, last one, in that prayer, there's Lumbering and there's Lojong. Of course, Lojong is the thought transformation, is the all the Lumbering from good devotion up to enlightenment, it's all Lojong. But there's particular lojong. Lojong, Lumbering, the lojong, there's a Lumbering, lojong, all Lumbering, lojong, thought transformation. But Lumbering, the lojong, differentiating from that, and then Lumbering, the lojong is chewe. Lojong, then there's particular lojong. Particular lojong, all the obstacles, whatever bad thing, whatever obstacle happens, you utilize in the path to enlightenment. You utilize in happiness. Everything is good. So whatever obstacle happens, you utilize in happiness. Utilize enlightenment, utilize Buddha, utilize in happiness. So that. So you don't, no obstacle left. There's no obstacle. So whatever obstacle, you use for happiness. Enlightenment, to achieve enlightenment, to enlighten the sentient being. So it is in the best happiness. So you have no obstacle. In that way, you have no obstacle. So then in that case, you see, so in that case, whatever obstacle happens, whatever bad thing happens, is good. It's good for you. Whatever bad thing happens, whatever bad to others, for you is good. And then, for which you can practice. So that. So whatever happens is good. That. So it gives you an opportunity for lojong. It's very necessary. Very necessary. You see, you need that. It is not that you don't need. It's a need. Like that. You understand? So lojong, Lumbering lojong, peaceful lojong, then generation completion stage. So then Puja, transfer conscience. Puja, the go to Pure Land the time. So if you have a clear realization, then you see you have achieved inner khachu, sky enjoyment, inner khachu. Outer khachu is Bajayuk in Pure Land. Outer khachu, So inner culture is the experience, this is inner culture, inner Pure Land. So that's the power. So, but if we didn't have those experiences, then if death happened, power is like using the high powers, like in the Lama Chopa, we recite every morning. So the power. So Lama Chopa, this Lama Chopa, all the important vital point, most profound vital points of the complete part of Sutra and Tantra, it has. So not just run the words, trying to finish so fast, not just run the words. Must correct, must have that. Some yellow core can Mata Chigda to be Manamtamle Motutan. So as much as possible, the profound meaning to get in the mind, as much as possible. At least, then even just prayer, according to the words, at least a prayer, Malam Tanruja. So at least even the prayer, able to get done. Then you see, leaves imprint of the complete part on the mind. Special imprint get left on the mind. Definite. Then this way, definite. You are completing the very essence of the life. Then your principal practice. Your principal prayer practice, so this one, if it become Lama Chopa, this one, then the hitting the right point. If we integrate into this, like Puja samdita ducheshings. As an example, there are 100 waters, 100 rivers, so many. But you see, there's one bridge. The bridge covers many rivers. So one bridge. So you go over the bridge, then so easy to cross all the water. So like that. Puja samdutar ducheshings. So, hundreds of water, this example, hundreds of water and one bread, then you see, so it ended one bridge. So you see, so easy to cross all this water. So this essence of the scripture with the transformation of ear lineage of garden, the joyfulness, Lama Tongotism. Therefore, it has incredible blessings. Tsanga shirabiki tsanga shenatanga minyamba shindu ne chewa jun ne che. And the blessing it has was a blessing, unbelievable blessing, and unequal, extremely important. So happens from this. So that's when you have a good charlatan. So then, because they're giving, Pavanga was giving advice to this, I think, benefactor, the, very famous in Tibet, this business person, so, giving practice in the life, so advice. Solmet sesim cheese. Solmet means constant. Solmet is I think means constant. So can't bear. So with so much compassion, loving kindness, requested to me, especially. So. So easy, and great, highly meaningful. Then the heart advice, meaning or importance, the heart advice. So, the Sunday to clarify. I don't know next. Somewhat to them simply then to satisfy, to fit the mind, to achieve the happiness beyond from this life after enlightenment. So please keep in mind to practice. So anyway, important to mention this, and especially Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned, when we listen teaching, our mind is so how to say? So even the stone has been under the ocean for 100 years or eons, or under the ocean, but never become soft. So our mind. So even we stay at the Dharma Center, or there's always teaching all the time. So many years of teaching, here, basic program, master program. Then so many teachings. Always day and night in the here, but you see, so much, nothing goes inside, and mind never becomes soft, and if somebody says something a little bit wrong, you're so selfish, or you're so something, little putting down, then suddenly, whoa, get angry. So kind of that never met Dharma before. So anyway, that will not make short. So when we listen teachings, are unable to follow the teaching. Mind has no capacity to able to grasp, able to follow the teaching, and can't follow the teaching, can't grasp the teaching. And we try to reflect, and they can't reflect the meaning, words, can't, unable to. And then when we meditate, mind doesn't become soft. It doesn't become soft, and then from that to rise realizations. Getting closer to the realization doesn't happen. No realization comes. How much you meditate is all dry. It's all like walking over desert. Desert. Not only walking over the food desert, but walking over desert. Hot, very hot desert. So like that, where there's no water, nothing, no plants growing. So kind of like that, one to meditate. And so unable to get realization. So like that, like this kind of mind. So what is need is then the purification and the purification. So practice of purification, intensive, and collecting merits, and requesting Guru with a blessing. One point, requesting Guru blessing. Then it helps. Then when you meditate on path, then you're able to change mind. So that's 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 just an idea what Pamukata Simple advised. So especially the many of old students, so generally might be okay, but then some people might have these questions, why? So I'm just, for the old new student, I'm just okay, so that's all. Is that what? Yeah.